Whoa, sorry. That's better. Good morning, welcome back to the vlog. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, hi, my name is Lexi. I'm so excited that you are here. I have missed you guys so much. I was supposed to record last Monday for you guys to see on Friday, and then I pretty much had the worst week of my life. Mercury retrograde has been up my life like no other. So let's talk about it in not my car. So I know what you're thinking, Lexi, whose car are you in? Let me see if I can. And let me tell you whose car I'm in. Not mine. You want to know why I'm not in my own car? Because somebody smashed the window and tried to steal it. Someone tried to steal my car like last week, and when I tell you, it was outside of my house. Someone broke in and tried to hotwire my car and steal it.
Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch you, Ricky, when I catch.
And you know, I think I have Mercury retrograde to blame because nobody else is like, what the f? Why would this happen? So I'm driving a rental car. My insurance, thank God I have full coverage. Take this as your biggest sign to get full coverage insurance. They're paying for literally everything. And they're paying for a rental car in the meantime. So my baby, Franny, my girl, she's in the shop for 2 weeks getting everything fixed, all the wiring in the back window that they broke. So I'm driving her. So we need to find a nickname for this Nissan for the time being. I was thinking about it because we know my girl Franny, that's the name of my car. I was like, faux Franny, Flanny, but I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Because faux Franny would be Fanny. And that's not right. So we gotta think of a name for the Nissan for the time being. But first things first, we are getting back on track. Let me update you just a little bit about what Mercury retrograde has been doing to me. Homicide after homicide after homicide. Car got broken into. Bam. My gym closed for a little bit, so I couldn't go to the gym. Bam. I skipped a week for the podcast. Bam. Pretty much everything else is good. Like, Mercury retrograde didn't really mess me up too much. This was just like the major thing. But I have been feeling very motivated with the YouTube channel, with the podcast, with everything. And I want to get back on track. So I decided today is a get back on track day. It's not gonna be a productive day, but it's gonna be like a mentally healing day. So we're going to the gym. It is currently 9:22 a.m. We're gonna get there around 9:35, 9:40. We are gonna hit a cardio day, which is my favorite day. I love cardio. And then afterwards, we have to record the podcast. Super excited for that. Before that, we are going to take ourselves out on a little solo date to lunch. I don't know where, but there's a lot of really cool places in Richmond, so we shall see. But today is all about finding our way back to ourselves, becoming an it girl again, and reminding ourselves that Mercury retrograde is officially over, which means I can now focus on what's important, me and you. So let's go to the gym.
Probably not much. You're on the treadmill with me, so it's probably very rocky, but I will make it short. We are 26 minutes in. I normally do 45 for a cardio day. I've been doing intervals of running, walking. We have done 1 mile and 37, so, or 214. So we have a little bit more to do, 25 more minutes, and then I think we are gonna go to Target to get something special, and I'm very excited. But let's keep the grind going.
sweaty as fuck. Workout done. It was a great workout. The worst part of it though is that when I took my jacket off to run, I think it was like my third interval, it paused my Apple Watch. So I obviously know on the treadmill how much I worked out, but it didn't compute over to my Apple Watch, which sucks because when I like check in per week, per month really, of like my activity level, I always look on my fitness app for like your Apple Watch, and now today it's gonna say I worked out less than I know I did. And I know by the end of the month I'm probably gonna forget. So that's frustrating, but it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, today is all about accepting that we have a good life. And sometimes bad things happen to good people. But anyways, it is time. We are gonna go to Target. Target is literally right across the street. This Target has seen me sweaty and gross so much because I go right after the gym normally. And we are gonna go get hair dye, which I don't know if we're gonna do it in this video or maybe I'll do an entire separate video of dyeing my hair. But I want to dye my hair slightly darker than it is now because my hair does not hold pigment very well. And I dyed it dark probably like 2-ish months ago and it's already back to brown. So I want to do like a natural black. And then I also bought extensions for a trip that I'm going on, which I will talk more about probably when we're at lunch together. And the extensions are slightly darker than my hair right now, so I have to darken it up. But, okay, Target time. Shout out to the bloom that's been sitting in the car because I forgot to take it in, but solid workout. Let's go to Target. I think we found the goods. The extension color that I bought was natural black, so I was trying to find something that had the same name that looked the same shade, and I found these ones. I'm gonna get 2. I know I have short hair, but I have very, very thick hair, so I would rather be safe than sorry and get more than I need, because if I end up not needing the other one, then I will just save it. But normally I do use both because I like coat my hair. So I really want to look for, I think it's at Ulta, so maybe we might go to Ulta today, but I want to look for a color depositing conditioner to just like keep the shine and the color in my hair for like a little while, because like I said, like I dyed my hair like very, very dark black. I want to say like 2 months ago, and like you can very well see like the brown shining through it, and I thought I did a good job, but I guess I didn't. So we got the goods. I'm gonna walk around, see if I need things that I don't need, and then check out. And then I'll see you back at home once I've showered and probably gotten ready for our little lunch date. Pretty much what I get to walk down the stairs to. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Got dressed. Let me show you the full fit as soon as I put these heels on. Okay, so I did my hair in these cute braids, and then my makeup. I did like a fun little silvery look. And then the outfit, I got all of this online. There was a boutique on Instagram that I was like obsessed with. So these are the jeans. I don't know how I feel about this top because I feel like it like kind of looks funky. I don't know. Is that cute? And then my favorite part, because in 2026 we are bringing back casual heels. I'm wearing my Calvin Klein heels. Oh my god, I'm gonna fall. My Calvin Klein stilettos. They are super cute. I wear them all the time on the podcast. They are like pointed toes, very cute. They go great with these jeans because these jeans are kind of long, so the jeans aren't dragging on the floor in these heels. Super cute. I'm trying to figure out if I should go to lunch first or if I should record the podcast first, because I think when I'm at lunch, I'm gonna get a coffee or something. So I think I'll be revved up to record the podcast. It is only at noon, so we have so much time. So I think that's what we're gonna do. I think it's lunch first, and then we are gonna come back home, record the podcast. But first things first, we have to grab my bag. We have to pick where we're going to lunch. So let me do all that, and I will see you at our lunch spot. This lighting is kind of bad, but that's okay. We have decided, we as in me, to go to First Watch. It is like a brunch spot, so I got a mimosa, and then I got a veggie sandwich and a side salad, so I'm very excited to show you guys that. But first things first, on a solo date, there is some solo date survival tips that I need for you guys to know. There needs to be a bag. So we need to have stuff in our bags to have a good solo day. The first thing is obviously your phone and your headphones for some music. And the second thing is a book. Highly recommend bringing a book on your solo dates. If you've never been on like a solo lunch date or taken yourself out for a meal, it might feel really awkward and you might want to just be on your phone the whole time. But take this as a perfect opportunity to sit and expand your knowledge. So I'm reading Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. My sister brought this back from London, so I'm very excited. And then my second, and I feel like this is in all of my must-haves, all of my bags, and it is a journal to write. This is my go-to daily journal. I have a couple. This one's the one that I show you guys the most because this is where all my thoughts, all of my random ideas go in. I also have a scrapbook journal and then planners and stuff like that. But the main thing that I think you have to know when you are going out with yourself and taking yourself out is to use this time wisely. Like I said, don't just be on your phone not doing anything. Highly recommend to not have to do work. My mimosa cake. But anyways, highly recommend that on solo dates you do no work. Don't do anything that is like stressful. Highly recommend on solo dates to journal, read your book, enjoy your time alone. And I feel like it always pushes me to be more creative every single time that I have a solo date. I don't know why. I think I just give myself allowance to just be thinking without feeling as though like the thought needs to go anywhere, if that makes sense. So I do love a solo date. I think since moving to Virginia, I have been going on less and less solo dates just because I have my sister now, and I also have made friends who like love going out, which is something that I didn't really have in California. None of my friends really enjoyed going out, so it was always just me. But I think the pendulum swung a little too far from when I lived in California, when I literally did nothing with anybody ever. I was always by myself, to now when I'm like, I want to do anything, I'm immediately gonna call up my girls and I'm like, do you want to hang out? But I think it has to be a perfect balance. So I'm gonna sit here, drink my mimosa, journal a little bit, and then I will see you when the food gets here. Okay guys, the food has arrived, and tell me this does not look like the most delicious sandwich you've ever seen. I got the veggie sandwich. It has onions, mushroom, cheese, lettuce, and then I got the Cobb salad, which looks phenomenal. I cannot wait to eat it. I've been journaling for just a little bit. They brought it out really quick, so I'm gonna have a lot of time to eat, read, journal, drink. This mimosa is really good. She literally brought me orange juice with a whole like mini thing of Prosecco. So I'm enjoying my time. I'm happy that I finally am back on my solo date bullshit, because I really do love solo dates, and it just nurtures my creativity. I think I was already saying this, but it nurtures my creativity to just push forward and just be more of that iconic it girl that I know I am. So I'm gonna eat and then I will talk to you guys a little bit about the trip we're going on because I'm so excited to share that with you guys. I think this is kind of perfect that I'm vlogging today because now it's solo date plus you. So while I'm eating, I get to talk to somebody. But okay, we're going on a trip, and by we, I mean me and two of my friends. Let the Impala, you saw them in the trying hobbies for a week. They were there for most of it. I love them. I made friends with them at the restaurant I started working at part-time, and they are just the cutest, funniest, like best type of people, and I just love being around them. So Letty's birthday just passed and we celebrated it by surprising her with a trip to, are you ready for it? New York City. Yeah, this salad is really good. We're going to New York next week, or in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna take you guys along. Really cool because we're not flying there, we're actually taking a train, which is the first time I've ever taken a train, and I think the first time they've ever taken a train. So we are gonna get to experience it together. It is a 6-hour train ride there. We are gonna be there for 12 hours, and then it is a 10-hour train ride back. So it is gonna be a very, very long 24 plus hours, but I'm really excited to go with my friends. I'm also really excited to experience it with you guys. I am pretty much not gonna be putting the camera down once. I'm gonna record, I think, 3 different videos in that span of the trip. So it's definitely gonna be a lot of content that you're gonna see in New York. So I hope you're excited. I hope you're ready because I am so stoked. And it is a month before New York Fashion Week as well, Fall Fashion Week. So I'm hoping that a lot of stores and a lot of ateliers are doing stuff because I would love, 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 love to be around and see that. I did reach out to a brand. I reached out to a brand to see if their atelier is open and if I can view it and share that with you guys. So I'm waiting on response to that. But you know, I'm just so excited. This trip is gonna be so fun. It is gonna be full of it girl itineraries. We are gonna do everything fashion, everything fun, everything food. I'm so excited. But that is what I've been waiting to share with you guys. That is the secret surprise that I feel like I have been hinting at for a couple videos now. So I'm very, very excited. This food is so good, but I cannot eat and talk at the same time. For the life of me, I could never be a mukbang YouTuber. So I'm gonna eat this and I will talk to you guys a little bit later. Okay, lunch is done, but I'm still sitting in the patio. Literally nobody else is out here but me, so it's been really calming and really fun. And I was journaling. I journaled like 3 pages, and something that I was journaling about is last night I had a dream. I had a dream about my ex, and it was so weird. We'll talk more in the car. Okay, people discuss that and I don't want to be annoying, so we'll talk more in a little bit. Okay, back in the car. It's been a couple more minutes. I read a little bit, finished journaling. I added a whole nother page. Okay. I get a lot of people that ask how I'm so confident with filming in public, how I do that, and the truth is, I love filming in public. I don't care about people knowing that I'm a YouTuber or people knowing that I record. I genuinely do not care. Like, they can stare at me all they want. Doesn't make a difference for me. I'm gonna forget about them in 5 minutes. They're gonna forget about me in 5 minutes. So it's like kind of taking yourself out of the world revolves around me mentality of like, genuinely, it's not that weird of people like watching you for 2 seconds when they see that you're talking to a camera. Oh well, womp womp. But what I do think about filming in public is that I try to be very respectful. I try to not let anybody else's faces in the frame just because they didn't consent to it. I always see TikToks that are like people basically harassing other people and being like, well, you're in public and we can film in public. And I'm like, my hot take is that is disgusting behavior. My hot take is like, if you can help it, don't record people who didn't consent to it. Like, I get it that it's public and it's technically legal, but that doesn't mean that it's morally correct. So a lot of the times I try to go somewhere secluded. When I like eat out and I talk to you guys, I'm, you know, vlogging while I'm eating or whatever. Normally I always ask for a corner table, so it's literally like me against the wall, or I ask to be sat outside in the very corner, so for the most part, like, I'm not bothering anybody. This was like pretty much the ideal reality, the ideal one. Hold on, let me straighten you guys up a little bit. This was kind of ideal. Oh my god, you're about to fall. Hold on, I messed it up. Okay, this was kind of like the ideal situation of like, I saw when I walked in that nobody was sitting on the patio, so I asked if it was okay if I sat there, if that was like somebody's section, and she was like, oh yeah, like, go ahead, you can sit on the patio. She walked me, whatever. So I was on the patio for my entire meal by myself, so I think that is kind of the perfect situation of like, I'm not bothering anybody by talking, I'm not, you know, being loud or obnoxious or whatever, and once people did sit down, I was like, okay, let's cut off the vlog and I'll record it in peace. But for the most part, I just don't want to bother people. I want people to enjoy their day as much as I enjoy mine. So anyways, all that to say, what I was saying in the last clip is I had a dream about my ex last night. I know. It was the last day of Mercury retrograde, and that's why I think it happened. I was thinking about him right before I fell asleep, I'm not gonna lie, because I was thinking about myself, and then I don't know. It's a really long story, but basically I had a dream about him, and I woke up and immediately I was like, whoa, weird. I haven't thought about him in like months. So what I was journaling about was how different I feel from who I was months ago to who I am now, and I think it's so insane to see my personal growth and to see how much Virginia has brought out of me and how much I really like enjoy my presence now and I enjoy who I'm becoming, and how much I think I've like really fallen much deeper into my spirituality, and that in turn has made me more confident, because I think before this I would always really struggle with my insecurities of feeling like I'm not doing enough or feeling like I'm doing something wrong or whatever. And since falling deeper into my spirituality, I am starting to understand that God or the universe, I think they're a synonym, I think they're one, but I think that a higher power created me exactly as I am. And I like the idea that our lives, every single decision we make, good, bad, in between, the universe already knows it. It already has our book of our lives. Nothing surprises the universe, you know. It might surprise us, but it doesn't surprise the universe. So I think that when you do things, you might make a mistake, you might do something wrong, whatever. I like the idea of knowing that the universe knew all along that you were going to do it, and I think that kind of takes the pressure off of this stress that I always put myself on, of being like, I know in the grand scale of things, of good person to evil person, I am higher up in the good, obviously. Like, I'm a good person, I am loving, I'm kind, and I know that. But I am so unbelievably hard on myself that I will make one mistake. I will lash out when I don't mean to. I will even set boundaries I used to be so mad at myself for, that I would set boundaries that I no longer want this person in my life. Or I will talk about something with somebody that I shouldn't have done, and like whatever it is, the mistakes that I've made in my past, instead of being slight mistakes that are like, yeah, okay, this was bad, like you shouldn't be talking about anybody, or you should maybe be communicating boundaries, whatever it may be. It's a small slight compared to the grand scale of good and evil. But I used to like let that tear me apart, of being like, I must be a bad person, I must be terrible for setting boundaries, and like whatever. I would just really stress myself out over it. But I've gotten to a point in my life, and it's all thanks to like falling deeper into my spirituality, that I know that through the grace of God, the Bible genuinely like gives us a roadmap of who we should be, what a good person is. And I feel as though like I don't agree with Christianity. I don't agree with any grouped religion, to be honest. But I do believe in spirituality, and I do believe that like God called his servants to be good and faithful. Those two words, good and faithful. So I think that's kind of the groundbreaking whoa moment for me, that it's like, as long as I'm good, and as long as I'm faithful that what I'm doing, every mistake I make, every blessing that I have, every good that I do, knowing that it is in service to the world, in service to something better, then I feel as though I stay on the right side of that good and evil scale. So all that to say, I was dreaming about my ex, and I was like, it's just so insane to me that like I so deeply love who I am now. I've learned so much about myself since moving here. I have reached crazy goals that I've always wanted to reach, and I'm just very, very in love with life. I'm very, very in love with myself and this reality that I'm creating, and it's just crazy to me to know that like these people of my past will never know this version of me ever, 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 ever. And it's like they know these, I don't know, I just feel like incomplete's not the right word, but I don't know what other word to use. That it's like they kind of knew these incomplete versions of me. And I think now that I have a sense of a world greater than mine, or a reality greater than mine, a purpose greater than mine, I think I'm moving through life a lot more understanding than I did before. Even like my car getting broken into, right? That was terrible. I was like, what the f***? Like, why would this happen to me? There was a split moment in my life that I was like, of course, it always happens to me. And then I had this reaffirming moment that immediately I was like, wait, this is the worst thing that has happened to me in like a year, basically. More than a year. So I'm like, if someone breaking into my car and not being able to steal it, like I still have my car and all the blessings that came with that, like I still have my car, I have full coverage, I don't have to pay like barely anything, and I have a rental car, I'm safe, I'm happy, I'm healthy. All of that combined, I'm like, if that was the worst that happened to me, then I got it pretty good, you know? Like, it sucks that it happened, I hope it never happens again, but I'm safe. And, you know, if the worst that it's like a material thing is messed up, that's fine, I don't care. So I feel like I'm just kind of learning more about myself, I'm learning more about my life, and I'm really, really happy. The battery's about to die, so I'm gonna get on the road. We are gonna go shopping. I am gonna hit up Ross. I'm looking for a orange top because I'm also going to a Dolphins game soon, an NFL Miami Dolphins, very excited. Camera's about to die. Okay, I'll see you guys later, bye. Okay, so Ross was a bust, so we're at Old Navy now. The problem that I'm having is that the Dolphins orange is a very, very specific orange, and it's not a very, like, clothing popular color, because it is like a very true orange, and a lot of people don't really like very true orange. So I've been kind of struggling trying to find like a perfect color for it. But in truth, I kind of already have the whole outfit. I bought a top that's like that color orange, but I'm not like deeply in love with it. So I'm gonna look, see if I can find anything that's like a really, really true orange, and I'll get back to you guys. Okay, epic fail. They didn't have anything. Shout out to Old Navy though, because low-key, they had a lot of orange stuff. I'm just looking for something very, very, very specific. And in truth, I already have everything that I need. I'm just like looking for something, if I could possibly like level it up, then that's what I'm gonna do. But I have a, hold on, let me get into the car. Side note, the one bad thing about this car is that it's push to start, and I have acrylic, so it's so hard to get, like, actually turn the car on. And then also, another side note, not that I'm complaining, I'm happy that I even have a car, but it's not tinted, so it is like living in a fishbowl. Anyways, that doesn't matter. Back to the search for the orange top. Like I was saying, it is like the truest orange is the Miami Dolphins. This is their logo. I'll show you guys a picture. My favorite football team. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. If you don't know, I am a big football fan. I'm so excited. And I have the outfit that I'm gonna wear, but it is like a true orange. It is like an Ulta orange. If you've ever been to Ulta and it's like that bright orange, it is like orange. And I have the orange top, and then I also have they're like teal, I have a teal bralette that I'm gonna wear with it, and it's cute. It's a cute outfit, but I'm like, not to say that I want a sluttier top, but I kind of want a sluttier top. Like, the top is cute, but I want something that's like more flowy that you can see the bralette more, because right now it's pretty much just orange, and as much as I love the dolphins, orange is not really my color. I'm a very big red girl, so I'm still on the lookout. I'm trying not to buy anything online because I just love shopping, and I really do love the act of going shopping, going out, even if it's a swing and a miss. But shout out to Old Navy. They did have a lot of that color, specifically orange, but it was like orange t-shirts or like orange tank tops, and I'm like, I need something that's like flowy. But I don't know. It's not until August 14th. It's their very first pregame season. I'm so excited. Pre-season game, that's the word I'm looking for. But anyways, we're done here. It is 2:30. I have to go home and record this podcast to come out on Tuesday. So I need a hustle. So I am gonna head home. I'm gonna either get an energy drink or get a coffee and get ready to record for the Lucky Girls. I'm so excited. Rate my order, y'all. Went to Starbucks. Never go here ever, but I'm like been on a kick of a chai latte. So I got a grande chai latte with salted caramel cold foam and oat milk. The best thing you've ever tasted. My friend Letty, she also likes chais, and that's normally what she gets. And I introduced her to the cold foam. Obsessed. So now we're heading home with our caffeination, and we're about to record this fucking podcast episode. Test. Okay guys, here we are. We're in the podcast studio. I just finished recording episode 95, Cultivating Cool Girl Energy. It was very fun. I had a good time. It was a quick little episode. Normally our episodes, let's set you up to actually look decent. Come on, Lexi, show up. No. Normally our podcast episodes are around an hour. I like to keep it at like 50 minutes, 45 to 50. This is a quick little 30. Oh! It's okay, I got you guys. This was a quick little 30-minute podcast episode. Very cute, very fun. I have not recorded an episode in about, I want to say it's been 2 weeks since I recorded like an actual visual episode. I recorded the second one because we're doing a series. It's called the Lucky Girl Summer Challenge, and we are finding ways to be our most iconic self, and we're spelling out the word lucky. So I did the second part of the series, the U. I did it without videoing it. I just recorded it audio. So it's been a second since I've been in front of a camera and been sitting here and recording. So I think I was a little stiff. I think it was a little nerve-wracking, but I just gotta remind myself, this is my life. This is the dream that I want, and I'm living in that reality. So I'm feeling good. My voice definitely is fighting for its life, but we still have the chai. Okay. I also changed. I don't know if you can notice, but I'm gonna chill for a little bit. I'm probably gonna change again into some PJs or some chill clothes. It is literally midday. It is, hold on. Oh my, I think it's about 4. Oh, I have my phone. It's supposed to be 5 o'clock, which means it is probably about to be dinner time for me. So I'm gonna get changed. I'm gonna take my makeup off. Honestly, I feel like I have time today to dye my hair, but we will see what the energy is. But I don't know when I'm gonna pick you up, but trust that I will pick you up. Right now, I'm gonna put you down. Hi guys, it is a brand new day, and it's time for me to end out this vlog. I'm all ready to go to the gym, and I remembered that I need to upload this video, so let me end it out. Thank you so much for following along on a day in my life. Mercury retrograde is finally over, which means it is time for me to become my best self, and I'm glad you got to watch a little bit of that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you next time with a brand new video. I love you. Bye.